I slammed my pickup door and tore across the gravel toward the barn, my pulse hammering louder than my boots. The Montana sky was bruising purple, but my ranch was pitch black, no security lights, no porch glow, nothing. That was my first clue something was wrong. Then I saw her, Linda Harris, crouched by my power box, wire cutters glinting in her gloved hand. I stopped dead. She wore a green HOA vest like she was the queen of the county, her hair a frizzy halo under the moonlight, muttering as she tugged at my electrical cables. "You got no right to touch that," I bellowed, charging forward, phone already in hand. Linda's head whipped around, her face ghostly white. "You're not supposed to be here. You said you'd be gone all week," she stammered, dropping the cutters. Before I could respond, she yanked out her phone and shrieked into it. 911. "I'm being attacked. He's got a weapon." I stood there, stunned, holding nothing but my phone and truck keys. In the distance, sirens wailed. Let me backtrack. I'm Jack Thompson, 57, a retired Navy vet, living on a 50-acre ranch outside Bozeman, Montana. My wife, Ellen, and I bought this land 15 years ago, sinking every dime into it. It's no mansion, just a sturdy house, a couple of barns, a pasture for our goats and cows, and my dad's old workshop where I tinker with carpentry. My place isn't part of any HOA, and I like it that way. But Linda Harris, president of the Pine Ridge Homeowners Association, didn't care. Pine Ridge, a half-mile down the road, is one of those gated communities with matching mailboxes and nosy neighbors. Linda, in her late 50s, runs it like her personal kingdom. It started smell a flyer on my gate. Join Pine Ridge HOA for enhanced property values. I tossed it in the fire pit. Then she showed up, clipboard in hand, all smiles. "Hi, Jack, we'd love for you to join. Shared services, pest control, lawn care." I thanked her and declined. End of story, or so I thought. The flyers kept coming. Then emails. Then calls that asked me how she got my number. Next, an inspector was caught snapping photos of my fence. "Rusty wires are a safety hazard," he said, cool as ice. "You're trespassing," I shot back. "I'm not in your HOA." Things escalated. Linda reported my goats to animal control, claiming they were aggressive. She even said my rooster crowed too early, violating some imaginary ordinance. When Ellen booked me a fishing trip to clear my head, I hesitated. "Go," she insisted. "Linda won't touch the ranch." I left Thursday, locking everything tight and asking my neighbor, Tom Bradley, to check in. Tom's 72, a farmer who minds his own business. "She's not that crazy," he said. I wasn't so sure. Saturday, a bad feeling hit me. I cut my trip short and drove home. The gate was ajar, my no trespassing sign gone. The ranch was dark. That's when I caught Linda at the power box, and she pulled her 911 stunt. As sirens closed in, a loud crash came from my workshop. Someone was breaking in. My blood froze. Linda wasn't alone. 2 deputies arrived, tires crunching. Linda pointed at me, screaming, "He's the one." He threatened me. I held up my phone, still recording. "Officers," she was cutting my power. A deputy approached me while the other questioned Linda. Then another crash wood splintering from the workshop. The deputy's hand went to his holster. "Stay here," he ordered, moving toward the noise. A man I didn't know, mid-30s, in a camo jacket, stepped out, holding a bag of my tools. "I thought this place was empty," he claimed. The deputies cuffed him. I turned to Linda. "Friend of yours?" She denied knowing him, but he spilled everything. "She hired me. Said the owner was gone. Offered $500 for the tools." My cameras caught it all. Linda at the power box, the thief breaking in. The deputies took statements, warning both Linda and the thief not to leave town. Linda, red-faced, muttered about community standards as they put her in a cruiser. Then Tom called. "Linda offered me cash to spill your travel plans," he said. I told her to get lost, but she said she'd teach you a lesson. She'd planned it all, knowing I'd be gone. That night, I realized this was war. 3 days later, I was fixing my workshop door when I learned the utility company had a fraudulent disconnection order in my name. I was running on generators, cooking on a camp stove, taking cold showers. Ellen called, worried. "Stay safe," I told her. Then Tom showed up with a flyer from Pine Ridge's bulletin board. "Vote to remove dangerous neighbor Jack Thompson." It had a creepy photo of me, taken from a distance. Linda was smearing me as unstable, claiming I'd threatened her. I cleaned up, put on a collared shirt, and crashed Pine Ridge's HOA meeting. Linda was mid-speech, slideshow bashing me. I plugged my phone into the projector and played the footage. Linda cutting wires, her hired thief, her fake 911 call. The room went silent. "This is who you trust," I said. Linda screeched. "It's out of context," but the crowd turned on her. A woman called her out. "You said he had a weapon." A man added, "Your guy admitted to robbery." I left, letting the truth sink in. Back home, my gate was cut, livestock loose, a note staked in the dirt. "You were warned. HOA will act if you resist." Linda had help. Tom and I rounded up the animals, but I knew she'd escalated. I filed a report with Deputy Larson, who called the note a clear threat. That night, I sat on my porch, rifle across my lap, cameras rolling. At 3 a.m., a strange sedan paused at my mailbox. I noted the time. The next day, my house was trashed, cushions slashed, TV gone, tools scattered, back window smashed. Deputy Reed called it a targeted hit. My new trail cams caught the culprit, a Pine Ridge guy, Mike, Linda's nephew, cutting my gate. I printed the image, building my case. That evening, a black SUV pulled up. Linda, Mike, and a man in a fake utility jacket stepped out, claiming official clearance to cut my power again. I yelled, "This isn't HOA land." But they flipped the breaker, plunging my ranch into darkness. Linda smirked. "You could have joined, Jack." They drove off. The utility company later confirmed no order existed. The worker was a fraud. I compiled everything: videos, photos, the note, and posted it online. How my HOA neighbor tried to steal my ranch. It went viral, hitting 30,000 views in a day. A news crew, led by reporter Sarah Miller, interviewed me. The story aired, and Pine Ridge imploded. 5 HOA board members quit. Lawsuits followed. Linda vanished. Then Tom ran to me, pointing to a sign on my land. Future site of Pine Ridge Estates Phase 2. Linda had filed to rezone my ranch for condos, using forged signatures and fake county credentials. I stormed the county office, pulled the file, and found her lies, my land labeled abandoned. Sarah filmed a follow-up, exposing the land grab. The county launched an investigation. Days later, a summons arrived. Linda was suing me for community disruption. But before court, Tom showed me a forum post. A county audit uncovered Linda's fraud, forged signatures, and stolen HOA funds. A warrant was issued. At court, her lawyer, sweating, asked for a delay. The judge smirked, dismissing the case. Sheriff Daniels visited, confirming Linda's arrest and a 10-year freeze on rezoning my land. The HOA was under state scrutiny. My ranch was safe. Ellen came home, baking pies. The fields bloomed, and my animals thrived. Linda faced 15 years in prison. I still check my cameras, knowing someone might test me again. But I'm ready. What do you think about this kind of injustice? Have you faced a bully like Linda, using power to intimidate? Share your thoughts below. Let's talk about standing up to abuse and fighting for what's yours. Your voice matters.